all the CTLs meet with Craig, and basically today we were going over what went well within our team.
He told us to rank all of our analysts.
In your individual teams, I want you to write the names of your analysts and stack them.
After going through that, he wanted us to basically talk about who would be our last place analyst, and then what steps we were going to take to make sure that we could raise up their performance and make it better.
I want everybody to fire your worst analyst.
Fire
Abby's team.
It is kind of a touchy subject and a little bit uncomfortable. So.
What? I don't want to engage last. No, I don't want to rank anyone to rich.
I said we got to do a cut today. We're Google. We're going to cut 10,000 jobs. Welcome to the real world.
All try to figure out how to break down the problem into an issue tree. Wrote down the lower end question, put it in sticky notes on the wall.
Before he comes in here, let's throw up some cons and pluses so we don't get yelled at.
Honestly, I don't care if he on us as long as he at least gives us some direction.
We're going to get our kind of rough draft onto this whiteboard, and then we're going to have him come in and give us feedback on if he likes our idea.
Yeah, don't have to do it again.
Oh, no!
We're going to say it a third time. See if I say the same thing 3 times around.
Well, first and foremost, I always want to say that our goal as a team is to win.
My biggest goal as a team is obviously winning the trophy.
At the end of it is making sure that we win. In first place!
Hi, my name is Camille Misra. I go to Kalamazoo College. I'm a business and French major, and I'm on Team 3.
I'm Allison Schmidt. I go to Kalamazoo College. I'm a business and English major, and I am on Team 3.
I'm McGraw. I'm a business major at Kalamazoo College. My team number is 2.
So hi, I'm Gabriel Vidinas. I'm from Kalamazoo College, and what was the other part? And my major's a business major. Maybe this will be another take. I'm a senior at K College, and I'm in Team 5.
I was scrolling through the courses, and I had previously taken courses with Professor MacMillan and had a really great experience. And she sent an additional email about what this course would really look like and how different it was, and an opportunity to meet new people.
She's always been a pretty big influence on my career at Kalamazoo, so through her, she kind of promoted it. Kind of wanted to dip my toes in the consulting, management, marketing field.
So I've taken other business classes at Kalamazoo College that were experiential based with Professor MacMillan. Technically it's our senior seminar, so it's supposed to be an advanced business class.
They were saying, well, this is a 400 level class, another thing you got to fulfill your major for. So I'm like, okay, this sounds kind of cool. Title was Strategic Marketing Management. Once I finally got to the class and I heard, what it was going to be about, I got really excited because it wasn't a traditional classroom feel.
Just being able to come work with another school, being able to come downtown and get, kind of an experience rather than a class or a lecture.
Generally, everyone has been very welcoming, especially on our team. I think our CTLs have done a really great job of trying to set the precedent of that we're a team working together, even though we're from separate colleges.
I'm excited to get to know the Western students and how they usually function in their business classes. Being downtown in Sleeping Giant Capital, high intensity right off the bat.
It's been really, really cool how that developed from just, well, this is something I have to take to finish my college experience, and turned into something I get up and want to do. I give my cup of coffee and I'm like, I'm ready to go.
I think especially Doug made it pretty evident that this wasn't going to be a traditional class, and that it was going to be, quite a lot harder than what you'd experience. You'd be pushed out of your comfort zone. It's not a lecture. You're working inside of a team. You're getting real life skills. So when he was saying that, I felt, excited, but at the same time a little nervous because, it's something that we've never done. He pulled up a quote about being safe on the beach, or, venturing into the jungle, and there's these dangers and things, but if you can make it through, you're gonna have, a splendid life, right? And he said that this is the jungle. So obviously, It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting.
I'm really excited to work with the rest of my team members. It seems like everyone is going to bring something different to the table.
You're at that point, right, where we said that this was going to be stressful and difficult and moving fast. We're not joking, right? We weren't joking. So and this pace is going to continue. Best grade that we saw on the last deliverable was a B, with several C's being handed out. So this is a good course correction moment. The critical thing is that you reflect on what you did and you learn. Issue trees. Issue trees are very simple, but really difficult to do. If I said that, gross profit was a function of revenue minus cost, and I'm just gonna make it super simple. And I said revenue is broken out by the different color buildings of all of my customers. So I can break customers into buildings that have red, plus buildings that have black, plus buildings that have brown. All of this equals my total revenue. You're like, why are you talking about breaking out by color of building? So you can start your tree in a really bad spot, and all of a sudden it doesn't get you to the places you want to go. So the choices you make early about your tree have disproportionate impacts on where you go with your tree in the future. Do you see this?
My Excel sheet's a mess. So I don't know if you guys want to look at it.
Yeah, we can all look at it. I do like that you brought up the time.
I think that make a lot of sense.
Yeah. I actually went looking for Doug. I couldn't find him in his office. I want to give him here some feedback and see what we can come up with and see what he says, but I feel confident.
I'm gonna focus on how to grow the segment for AVB, and then kind of breaking that into some trees, kind of getting us to our primary data questions so we can get ahead next week and who we need to talk to, where do we need to go for that data collection. Kind of our tree branches here will mathematically get our result to our key issue over here, and we're gonna see if Doug thinks that makes sense and if he likes the ideas we're kind of putting up there.
Oh, he's coming out.
We just have a lot of ideas right now. We're just trying to piece it together.
We kind of finally have our completed issue tree. Had to get it on the board.
We had one large issue tree and then a few branches that kind of fell off, and we're trying to piece them together and how to put them in there.
Yeah. We came up with 3 different ones and then combined them all in a way.
Take the best ideas. Don't take all the ideas. Some ideas deserve to die. It's not about the person, it's just about the idea. Some ideas are bad. There's actually something really interesting, when they've done an analysis of what makes the creative people most successful, it's not that they have inherent creative genius, it's because their denominator is bigger. They produce more ideas and more stuff, and it's because most of them are not very good. But they're seen as being gifted when all they're really doing is failing more. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes students can get they think they have to do a tool or they have to do a framework, and they lose sight of just answering what's in front of them without all the fancy talk and the theories and the concepts. They don't just answer it simply. And that's usually simple is better. Is it a third time? See if I say the same thing 3 times in a row. All right, it's the bro room.
Bro sesh.
Bro sesh room. It's the bro sesh room. All right.
Times percent capture market times average price, and he felt like percent capture market and number of projects was kind of the same thing. So we tried it combining the two, and we felt like it worked better like that. I don't know what you think.
I know visually it's a bit rough because people bounce ideas back and forth. But
so I said this in every time I go into these rooms, I don't know what I think until I start seeing what you guys have done, and then I start thinking about myself, and then I'm like, how do I coach you to make it simple? Because they can get so complex. I think it can be. I'm going to do the same thing I did in the previous room because I think it works. 3 like this. And if you did all this, you get a total dollar or you get the total number of projects that would occur in each one of those categories over time for each one. Trying to say times the price of each project, And then this would be the percent capture of that market by ABB, which would yield revenue, money to ABB. Right? If I took this out, percent capture of the market, now we're not talking about revenue.
It's week 4, and outside here on a beautiful sunny day, one of the few sunny days I feel like we've had over the last month. I think what students are starting to see is what is it like to get outside the classroom and why that's important. So valuable because it allows students to really become professionals, to have that space to be able to do that.